for damages due to defamation of character and slander are dismissed, and I am awarding Mr. Huffine the $5,000 that he has requested, which is the maximum possible allowance that this court can grant him, although I don't know how he can ever rectify the situation that has occurred with the cemetery plot. I doubt very much whether he can, and for that I am, sir, sincerely sorry. That's all. This case is over.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Thank you, Your Honor.
To be accused of forgery and fraud is not very pleasant.
He is good at gluing stuff on and whiting things out. I've seen her do it on prescriptions before.
He has a new wife now. I believe that she is very upset that there's not going to be a place for her.
She's evil. That's all there is to it.
She's a professional con.
I've never had the deed, never seen the deed, never been in possession of the deed.
Just thank you, Judge Judy, for doing the right thing.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Williams versus Sensei, step forward, please.
26-year-old business owner Carrie Williams is suing her ex-fiancé, plumber Joseph Sensi, for unpaid credit card charges, a trip to Hawaii, and damage to her car. Joseph says Carrie won't give back the engagement ring.
Miss Williams, Mr. Sensi was your former fiancé.
Correct.
How long were you engaged?
9 months.
And how long did you live together?
A little over a year.
It is your claim that Mr. Sensi owes you a whole bunch of money. You claimed that sometime, I think it was November of 2002, he damaged your car. Is that right?
Damage to my car was in June.
And when did you break up?
December 19th of 2002.
So in 6 months he didn't pay for that car?
No.
And then you claim in November of 2002 you went to Hawaii to attend your brother's wedding, and he was supposed to pay for half the trip, and he didn't. Is that right? Then you claim that while you were together, he made many charges on your credit card that's in your name, and he hasn't paid those charges. Is that right?
Correct.
And Mr. Sensi says that while you were together and while you were living together, you had pooled your money. Is that right?
Yes.
Did you have a joint bank account?
Yes, we did.
And he put his check into the account, and you paid the bills?
Yes.
So that whatever money you believe that he owes you was paid as a result of his putting his paycheck into the account. And you want to pay the bill for the trip, you pay the bill for the trip. You want to pay the bill for the car damage, you pay the bill for the car damage. Aside from the fact he says that you've damaged his car as well. By the way, he also says you have the engagement ring. Is that true?
That is correct.
Why is that?
He owes me a lot of money, Your Honor, and I just didn't feel right being able to give him something, and in return when he owes me a lot of money, I just didn't feel right about that.
Really? Well, let's figure that out. Where did you buy the ring, sir?
Case, jeweler.
How much did you pay for it?
$3 grand, $3,000.
Where's the ring?
At home.
If I give you anything, Miss Williams, you have to understand that I'm deducting $3,000 from that.
Can I give him the ring back?
If you would have brought it to court today, I would have said fine, but you didn't. I'm not interested in anything you have to say. How much money were you earning for the 9 months you lived together, sir?
Between $2,000 and up.
And how much money did you give Miss Williams when you were living together?
I pretty much all of it in the bank account.
He put his whole paycheck in the account?
No, Your Honor. He has a son, a 4-year-old son, and he pays child support to his son.
How much do you pay in child support, Mr. Sensi?
$600.
$600 a month.
Yeah.
Now, what was the rent on this apartment?
$1,070, Your Honor.
And what other expenses did you have?
The usual, electricity, cable, car payments.
Let's go to car payments. How much was his car payment?
Mine was $250.
And how much was your car payment?
$450.
So your car payment was $200 more than his.
That's correct.
And he was putting in a little bit less because he was paying $600 a month child support.
Yes.
Did you have your car fixed when he had an accident in your car?
No, actually, it's still damaged, and I do have the pictures.
Why didn't you fix it?
I haven't had the money, Your Honor, to repair it.
Baloney. If it happened in June and you wanted to have your car repaired, what you do is, when he gives you his paycheck in June, you go and take your car and you have it repaired and you do it. It happened in June, you didn't break up until December. That's 6 months. Forget about the car. As you can see, I'm unsympathetic so far with your position. Now let's get to the trip to Hawaii. Trip to the Hawaii was in November to your brother's wedding. How did you pay for the tickets?
My mother and father actually paid for our tickets because we could not financially afford to do it at the time.
So why did you go to Hawaii for your brother's wedding if the parents paid for it?
It was my brother's wedding. I felt like I needed to be there, and considering he was my fiancé, I wanted him to be around.
Then you pay for it.
We didn't have the money, Your Honor.
Then you borrowed it, you pay it back. It was your brother's wedding. You wanted to go. You wanted him to go with you. He's giving you all his money, madam. If you and he cannot afford to go to your brother's wedding in Hawaii and you want to go anyway, and he's giving you his whole paycheck, and you're the one who's deciding what bills to pay and what bills not to pay, then you don't go to your brother's wedding, or go yourself. And you want him to go with you? Go. Pay for it. Pay for it.
We both decided that we were going to go. He said, with the next paycheck, I will pay you. It was a family decision. We decided to do it together.
And he never paid me on the next paycheck.
Listen to me. He put his whole paycheck into their joint account. Do you understand?
Yes.
Perfect.
We shared numerous credit cards together, Your Honor, that I charged in my name because he has no credit at all. He couldn't get credit cards in his name.
Listen to me.
I was the idiot who did it all to myself.
Then what you have to do is say, I'm the idiot. Why are you visiting your lunacy on the court system?
Because I would think that the court system would be unfair to me due to the fact that I have all of this evidence, which I would love the opportunity to prove to you.
Me. We do not have courts in this country that deal with the problems of people who choose to live together. You entangle your finances, and then you expect courts to waste valuable time in untangling your mess. There is no question in my mind that he was charging things on a credit card that was in your name because you gave him permission to do that. You were responsible for the finances. He's given you the money.
You planned on staying together.
Listen to me. Don't interfere. Of course they planned on staying together. And if they planned on staying together, and if they were together, we wouldn't be here.
My mother and father have been married for over 30 years. They set a very good example on what marriage should be like. I've never been engaged before. This was the man I was going to spend the rest of my life with.
Correct.
Yeah, we're engaged. I treated our relationship as if we were getting married. We
Listen
were
to
planning
me.
Our wedding.
Engaged is not married. Pay attention. They're married for 35 years or 30 years or however long they're married. Courts recognize their relationship. If they gave you a very good example of what marriage is, then what you do is you don't live together and open up a joint bank account and joint credit cards and joint debts and joint obligations until you are
married.
Right. And if you choose not to do that, don't bother me.
Carrie,
you
why
have an
did you break
engagement ring. Sell it.
Well,
Goodbye.
I would like to tell you, Your Honor, that I have a police report.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
He physically abused me. I have a police report showing it. He went to jail for 4 days.
Had to take somebody. You know, California law, somebody has to go. So I'm the aggressor. I was the aggressor. I'm bigger.
I tried numerous times to resolve this out of court, and he never even gave me the opportunity to do so.
No.